So what's going on, Raider Nation? This is week 4, the game preview of the Cleveland Browns versus the Oakland Raiders at O.co. Now, there's a lot of speculation going around the league, a lot of speculation with the fans. Everybody is completely divided. Almost every podcaster or YouTuber is basically being pretty positive about this game. And even though this game we do match up well with, because we do match up well with the Cleveland Browns, there's no joke about that. But the problem is that the fire is set up underneath the Browns and not the Raiders. The momentum is all with the Browns. The Browns are 1-1-1. They're and that's actually considered hot when it comes to the Browns, because the Browns have always gone, by this time every year they're usually 0-3. So this actually looks really good for them, and they've got a really good squad this year. They've drafted well, and they've beaten teams that they've should have lost to, and tied with teams they should have lost to, and have lost to teams that they should have beaten. So, to be honest with you, we're 0-3 for a reason. We're 0-3 for many reasons, because we do so well in the first half, and we blow it toward the end. It's almost like the wind gets taken out of our sails by the time the fourth quarter hits. We are outscored 37-3 in the fourth quarter as of 3 weeks. Those are terrible numbers. Absolute terrible numbers. So what I would like to do is I would like to go into this game preview, and I want to go into it with an open mind. Like I said, a lot of the YouTubers and a lot of the podcasters, everybody's being positive. Well, I'm going to be real with y'all. So why don't we go ahead and hit the intro, and let's get into this game preview of my opinion of what's probably going to happen against the Browns at home. Now, I want to thank everybody for stopping back by the Raider Critique, and in this episode, we're going to go over a pregame review for the Cleveland Browns at the Oakland Raiders for Week 4 at O.co. So we're playing these guys at home, and we've got a lot to go over. The backdrop that you happen to be looking at now, that we are all looking at, was taken during the Miami Dolphins game, and this was at the third quarter. Now, of course, these numbers have changed quite a bit, but these are our fourth quarter stats through 3 weeks of the season, minus 14 points allowed and 3 points scored by us. Now, of course, these stats are different, but looking at it, the stats that we have right now are much worse. But looking at it, you can't win football games this way. This has happened to us 3 weeks in a row where we have managed to hold the lead and blow it within the last 6 minutes of the game. This week, I hope can be different, especially going up against a red-hot Cleveland Browns team at 1-1-1. No joke, you can't make this up. 1-1-1, and they're running real hot right now with Baker Mayfield. And Carlos Hyde and Jarvis Landry. I mean, I actually took the time to watch a condensed game of the Cleveland Browns versus the Jets. And honestly, their defense is suspect, but they do run a lot of blitzes, and they put pressure on the quarterback. So I hope our offensive line can hold up. That is for sure. And that offense is actually not all that bad. This team definitely can't be slept on, and here we are, the Raiders, 0-3, going up against, and we're having all kinds of issues on the field. There might not be any problems going on in the locker room, but there's definitely problems going on the field, and I can definitely see it along with every one of us. I'm pretty sure every one of you see it too. You know, we've got a lot of problems all the way. We look good all the way up until the fourth quarter. Fall apart. Just fall apart, man, like cookies just crumbling inside of somebody's hands. It's terrible to watch. You know, our opponent's third down conversion from this stat right here before the fourth quarter against the Dolphins, we were allowing 7 of 10 to our opponent's third down conversions. 70%, 30th in the league. And I'm sure that is worse now. Regardless on who we have on the roster, if we're not running the proper scheme, and we're not sitting there running and gunning like we need to for all 4 quarters, this is what happens, and the stats are showing it. These are our first half stats for week 3 against the Dolphins. Now, I know you guys are like, well, this is supposed to be week 4. You're not supposed to be going over this. Well, I'm getting to all that. Okay, I'm going to get to that game, but in order to get to that game, we have to analyze exactly what's going on with the previous 3 weeks that we've gone through. Here we are dominating, 175 passing yards, 53 rushing yards compared to their 112 passing yards and 14 rushing yards, combining to a total yard of 228 with 1 turnover and 1 sack. Now, they sacked us twice, and they didn't commit any turnovers. That's also a problem with this team, is that we commit way too many turnovers. And these corners that we're going up against, even though I cannot name them, but I do believe Joe Hayden is one of them, these guys can't be slept on. This defense puts pressure on the quarterback, making the quarterback and forcing him to hurry up and make a decision. And lo and behold, most of the time it's a bad one. They had old Sam Darnold on his back leg all game long. And just from looking at it, Tyrod Taylor is a completely different quarterback than old Mayfield there. Mayfield actually pushes the ball down the field, and he gives their team the best chance to win. And with them starting Baker Mayfield, and don't think of this as what you would call, I guess, I think of it as more of a conspiracy, because I believe this. We're not getting any pressure on the quarterback at all. What better game to start a rookie quarterback than against a team who is only known for 1 to 2 sacks, who's only known for about 1 to 2 sacks a game? You know, there's a don't get this shit twisted. There is a reason why Baker Mayfield is starting this game against us, because our defense can't create a pass rush. And if we still are stuck in the same wavelength that we have been stuck in for the past 3 weeks, we're going to lose this game. 28-17. And I know that is a hard pill to swallow, Raider Nation. I don't even like coming up with predictions like this, but I can tell you what, they are the hotter team right now. We have not been able to stop the run, and they have been running the ball with Carlos Hyde all over the place. Baker Mayfield looks on target, and our defense, with as good as they might be, have been sluggish and tired toward the second half of the game. That they haven't been able to make any stops. And our offense has not been helping out either by going 3 and out in crucial drives. But I'm going to tell you what, Raider Nation, not all hope is lost. Because even though I have made this prediction, it doesn't mean that it is set in stone. Hopefully, this is a motivational video for the team, the front office, the coaching staff, to get their things together and start playing as a football team and start developing W's. Now, how do we develop those W's? It's real easy. We finish the game in the fourth quarter. We get up on top and we stay on top. I don't know about every one of you, but I believe that every Raider fan feels the same way. We want to commit to excellence, not the commitment to mediocrity. And that's what it feels like that we're doing right now. It feels like that we are flushing the season down the toilet for the best draft pick we can possibly get. But I want to see us win games. I want to see us beat the Cleveland Browns. And in order to beat the Cleveland Browns, this is what we have to do. The Raiders' keys to winning in Week 4 against the Cleveland Browns, and we've harped on this many times. Create a pass rush. I don't care what type of blitzes you have to run. I don't care what type of formations you have to run. Create a pass rush. This is a rookie quarterback. We need to make him feel uncomfortable. We need to put him on his back. And even if we might draw a few penalties, we need to get this man to understand that he is not just going to drop back and throw on us anytime he feels like it, without getting himself lit up. Get the lead and keep it. Too many times we have gotten the lead in these games and then we take the foot off the gas and we lose the lead at the end of the game. We need to get the lead and keep it. So that means we need to play with the same tenacity and ferocity in the fourth quarter than what we play in the first half and the third quarter. I don't understand why you guys don't get this. And I'm talking to the football team, nation. I mean, put it together. Offense, you need to keep the ball. You need to keep the ball long enough to where your defense can get some rest to where they can win the game for us. Going 3 and out and throwing interceptions next to the goal line, which Derek Carr, that was not completely your fault. We have a right tackle issue, and that throw, if it would have been a quarter of a second later on the release, if he wouldn't have gotten hit, I do believe that that ball would have either one sailed out of bounds or at least it would have been playable for Martavis Bryant to jump up and grab it. And don't be fooled by trick plays. All right, Cleveland's been known to run trick plays. They ran the Philly special last week for a 2-point conversion. Every team has been running trick plays on us all year long for the past 3 games. Don't expect these guys not to throw another trick play at us, and we need to be ready for it. Make good play calls. Coaching staff, you guys need to make better play calls on a 4th and 1. Give the ball to Marshawn. Everybody knows he's getting the ball, and instead of trying to be cute about it, give the ball to Marshawn. Put the ball in the hands of our playmakers on crucial downs, crucial drives. You're killing me. You're absolutely killing me. Make good play calls and put us in the best situation to win. We need to give the right tackle some help. We need to use Keith Smith or a tight end as line help. Our right tackle position is in shams right now. Donald Penn does not look comfortable over there. I don't believe he's completely over his injury, and he's coming back from injury again this week. We need to give him some line help because Derek Carr keeps getting lit up from the right side. Colton Miller's doing a wonderful job on the left side, and the rest of the line is doing their job, but that right side is weak. And we need to develop some type of blocking over there, whether we've got to move a fullback in there or a tight end. If we do all these things, we can flip this score around, and we can win 28-17. So anyway, Raider Nation, that is your game preview. I know it's kind of wishy-washy because it could go either way, but I'm just going to go ahead and mention that I'm going to call it the first way, but I'm really hoping that we can put it all together, and this is what happens. Raider Nation for life, guys. I'm out of here.